Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming back to my channel. My name is Ida, and today we're going to be talking about the power of manifestation. Yes, I know. Sometimes we feel there's a huge gap between what we want and what we're getting. Today, we're going to get clear and we're going to talk about manifestation. When I decided that I wanted to buy a house, I remember that my kids were getting bigger and I just knew we're just going to outgrow this apartment. But I just didn't have the faith that I could actually have a house, especially in New York City. I was sharing with one of my friends and she said, "You know what? Why don't you write down everything that you want in your house?" I remember that I sat down and I said, maybe she's right. I started to write down all the things that I wanted. I said, I want a house to have hardwood floors and I wanted to have beautiful windows because I wanted a lot of light in the rooms. And I wanted each of my kids to have their own room. I wanted to have two bathrooms that this way we wouldn't be running into each other in the morning while we were getting ready for work and school. All of those things I asked for, and that's exactly what I got. It wasn't easy. I had to focus and I had to change the person that I am. I had to become more disciplined. There were so many things that I needed to do, but I ended up getting exactly what I wanted. Today, I'm going to share with you how you can get whatever you want through manifestation. So thank you so much for coming back to my channel. My name is Ida. I started this channel because I wanted to share and I wanted to learn and grow. Without further ado, let's just get right into it. Yes, I was telling you when I started to think about the house that I wanted, I remember that I was specific and I started to feel the way that I wanted to feel in the house. And actually, when I ended up walking into this house, I knew this was exactly the house that I wanted. Even after that, it was a challenge, but I just had to stay steadfast and I was able to manifest the house. Not only that, I've been able to manifest a lot of things in my life. I remember when I was looking for my teaching job, I had student taught for a couple of weeks at the school. And then somebody called me saying, listen, there's a position, and I got the job. I've been able to travel to a few countries. I went to Mexico, I went to Portugal. Just last year, I went to Panama. I've been able to accomplish a lot of things. I just want to share with you how we can get clear about what we want and manifest our dreams, right? Again, let's just jump right into it. The first element that I want to talk about in manifestation is the element of clarity. You have to crystallize your vision. You have to be super clear about what you want. Instead of saying, you know what, I want a job, what you're going to say is the kind of job that you want, where you want it to be, what kind of culture is going to be. And then at the same time, you have to feel the things that you want. You have to say how much they're going to pay you. All of these things are just going to bring your manifestation closer and more crystal clear to yourself. I didn't create a vision board immediately when I was trying to manifest the house. But what I did was I did journal. I want these beautiful windows. I can almost see the curtains blowing in the house, and I knew exactly how I wanted it to feel when I came home, right? And that is exactly the way that you're supposed to clarify or describe what it is that you're trying to get. A couple of years ago, I did a vision boarding video where you can actually make the vision board digitally and then you can have it printed. And if you go to Staples, they can blow it up for you. That's what I did with mine. I'll put a picture here so you can see what mine looks. Mine is old, it's a couple of years. I think I could use another one, but I think that was a nice exercise, and I'll put the video here that you can see it, okay? Many things I've been able to manifest, but I think lately I've just been feeling I've hit a glass ceiling when it comes to manifestation. I think I needed the refresher. We're learning together, we're growing together, let's do it. Element number 2 that I wanted to talk about was setting powerful intentions. What you think and what you believe shapes your life, right? The way that I explain it to myself in terms of setting powerful intentions is the why. What is that strong emotion that you get when you're trying to get something? I know for a fact that when I was trying to get my house, I wanted it because I just thought my kids were going to be happy there. And I was going to have my own room. I was going to have a place where I could just write and I could just sit down and they could do the same thing, right? Where we were just going to be comfortable. I wanted this huge dining room so that this way we could sit down and we can invite friends. And actually, We did. We got exactly that. We got this huge dining room, and whenever we have parties, everybody fits in here, which is nice. The thing with setting powerful intentions, every single day you have to affirm yourself. You have to have these affirmations that are going to help you to stay motivated and positive about your goals, because it's very easy to lose that motivation when you're not sure when it's going to happen. The other thing that I think helped me, and it still helps me to this day, is to have a gratitude practice. To be grateful for everything in your life as it is right now opens the door to much more manifestation. Whenever you want to set a powerful intention, if you want to let the universe know that you want this with your whole entire being, those are the things that you have to affirm yourself. All this emotion and this core fundamental gratitude gets out to the universe so that you can manifest what you want. So now we come to element number 3, which is alignment. Alignment is another interesting one, because in alignment, you have to align your energy. Your energy attracts light energy. If you're trying to manifest something, you have to get rid of the resentment. If there's any anger or doubt, if you're not feeling very positive, it's impossible to feel 100% positive every single day. But it's good to just keep in mind that when you're not feeling great, go back to that gratitude practice, go back to that positive feeling, because your energy and your vibration is going to attract what it is that you're feeling as well. Alignment is interesting in that when you are aligned with the universe, you're changing yourself, right? Fundamental about you, because sometimes we tend to be a little negative. Some days I struggle with that. But when you're negative, it's counterproductive to what you're trying to attract into your life. When you are in alignment, you have the awareness that you are being negative, and you can make that shift immediately. The other thing that we're supposed to be thinking about when we're talking about alignment is the release of limiting beliefs. We always have these negative ways that we view ourselves, this negative self-talk. And that's something that when you're in alignment, you have to work on, do the spiritual work to be able to bring yourself to a point where you can be more self-affirming and more positive towards yourself, right? Which leads me to element number 4, which is another one that's powerful and is taking inspired action. I remember when I was trying to get the house, and it took a long time. It took close to a year for me to close on the house because there were so many things going wrong. I had so many obstacles. There were just some things that were not done in the house. I had to shell out money to change certain things. The garage had termites. There were lead pipes or whatever. It was so many different little things. But I just knew that I wanted this house, right? And in the meantime, I had to be that disciplined person. I had to make sure that my money was right. I had to make sure that my credit was right, so that I had money in case something came up. I went to a new level to be able to take that action in order to get the things that I wanted. So when we're talking about manifestation, it's not just wishful thinking. You have to break down your goals and be able to move towards your manifestation. So the universe is going to meet you where you are taking action. You have to stay consistent, always affirming yourself, always making sure that you're doing everything that you can. So you're reading the signs, you're making sure that you're taking the opportunity. For instance, if you're sending out your resume, right, and you're networking, and you're making sure that people know that you're looking for work, you have to be aware and just spiritually open to those experiences so that when it does happen, you're ready. Action doesn't have to be massive. You just have to make sure that you're taking some type of action towards your dreams. Element number 5 is surrender with trust. And that is probably one of the more difficult ones. I know that when I was trying to get the house, I didn't think I was going to be able to do it, right? I had to trust that every time they called me with some obstacle, it was just, oh, I can resolve it. I wasn't always positive. And so we had a hurricane that year. And if the house gets flooded, what's going to happen, right? I'm not going to get the house. Well, fortunately, nothing happened to the house. But shortly after that, I had a car accident. So my car was totaled. I had to trust that the universe had my back to get all the things that I wanted. It was not easy by any means. I had to do a lot of spiritual work, and I had to fortify myself and affirm myself and have all these positive feelings. And I was thankful because I had coworkers that were always supportive. They wanted me to get the house. So if you can surround yourself with people who are rooting for you, that helps when it comes to surrendering and trusting. I want to talk about the common doubts that surface during manifestation. Doubt number one is doubt of the process. Sometimes we don't trust the process. We think that we're wasting our time, and we think it's just luck. Some people are just lucky. Another doubt that we have all the time is the doubt of self-worth. This is when you're feeling insecurities and you're feeling limited beliefs about yourself, and you have that negative self-talk. And of course, you have society saying that you can't do it. When they don't see it right away, they say, oh, you can't do it, or it's not going to happen in your life, and who are you to have it? Then you start doubting yourself and you start saying, maybe I don't deserve it, or who am I to have this? The universe is abundant and you have the right to have everything you want just as much as anybody else. The other doubt that we have is about the timing. And this one is a challenge because sometimes when you don't see it happening fast enough, you become very impatient. We live in a world where we need instant gratification. We have to cultivate patience. When you're doing manifestation, you're growing along with what it is that you're trying to get. It's worth waiting for, and don't forget to celebrate everything that you've accomplished on the way. If you look around, your surroundings are not going to look the same way they looked when you first started this manifestation. Just make sure that you stay on course, stay encouraged, celebrate yourself for everything that you accomplish, and remember that everything happens in perfect timing in the universe. Just as a quick recap before we go, I just want to talk about the 5 pillars that we talked about. One of the things that you're going to do is you're going to clarify your goal. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to set powerful intentions. Then you're going to align yourself with energy, right? Then you're going to take inspired action. And finally, you're going to surrender and trust and have faith that everything is working in your favor. Thank you, community, and have an awesome time until the next video.